All right, good dawning. Welcome to another episode of Good Dawning. My name is Josh. I used to be known as Mr. Floyd. Welcome to the Moon Day edition of Good Dawning. And yeah, how we doing, guys? Grateful to see you here. We've definitely got. It's been a busy weekend, and we got a lot to talk about here. And to say the least, I'm gonna do one quick item though. I'm gonna shuffle. I got a little light here. I'm gonna shuffle the light so I don't look like shadow. And all right, that's a little better. But yeah, it's. Ooh, I'm really shadowed on this one. Let me pull the lights down a little bit better. It's like an octopus light, like the old lights with the arms, and so you just move each light. It works really well for what we're doing here, but in this case, I might need one other item if it's up here. All right, there we go. Okay, this will work. All right, good dawning, guys. Actually, you know what? I need to get a towel. I just spilled my coffee, but it's right there. There's some spilt coffee. You can't see it. Here it is. Okay. All right, let me grab something to unspill that coffee. That's what I was looking for. Paper towel. All right, thank you guys. Yeah, sitting in a basement here. I mean, really, yeah, being a basement boy for the moment. Kind of disorganized. So, all right, and of course we got a folding table here. All right, guys. Now we're now we're together. All right, welcome. The changes. Welcome, Tina and Helene. Beautiful souls. Thank you. Both of you guys are grateful. There we go. Anna too. Grateful for all of you guys. You guys are like amazing souls. PG. Beautiful soul. What's going on, brother? All right. So those of us who are here, welcome. All right. Simultaneous sip. And we're gonna do a couple things here before it's gonna be a bit of a different good dawning. It's a different universe right now. The universe. We're on a new timeline, right? What happened over the weekend? Holy cow! Wag the dog. All right. Did we say it or did we say it? I was saying it last week. I was saying it the day the papers came out. The only way they're gonna clear this is you have to shift the entire planet as hardcore as possible in order for them to clear the EpiPen files. You're gonna have to shift. You're gonna it's gonna get interesting, and it did. But I think it's that fast. But actually, with the eclipse and Mars moving into Aries, then they're using the astrology, right? So with Mars just moved into Aries the same time that we started the war. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, welcome to you're seeing astrology in action for sure. All right, here we go. So cheers, simultaneous sip, and Scott Adams and favor, and we're gonna sip this. And as you sip, take the piece that you feel from your sip, and then we'll send it to the world, right? Cheers. Wow, within it was like 10 days, not even fast as they could get the boats over there. Well, so yeah, so as we wag the dog on one end, so that we don't see the other end, so that because there was no other than yeah, I mean, so they say, and we're not there, but and so we've heard, but yeah, what they were doing to their people. Um, but yeah, we never ran into, we didn't like stop. You never saw us go stopping Paul Pot or anything, did we? No, but and this is no Paul Pot, but right, millions of people in Cambodia. But yeah, no. So yeah, so what do welcome, guys. All right, so let's do a couple of things that we don't normally do here. First thing is take a breath for peace, right? We're going to center the show. We're going to dedicate this show to peace. We're going to center the show on peace. We're going to see humanity as, but we knew this. If you understand how big the EpiPen files were, that the only thing that the only subterfuge that you could create, Garnet, good Dunning. The only subterfuge that you could create large enough to cover the fact that we just figured out the cult that's running the planet, and the planet that the cultish planet that we're living on, or simulation. We're not, who knows? But either way, and if it's a simulation, then whew, why are we allowing that program to run? What the? And if it's with the planet, right? It's a torrestrial field. Why are we letting that program to run? Because all we gotta do is shift our energies as one, and we get a brand new day, right? But we haven't figured that out yet because they are running away with the spoon, right? That's what we're looking at here. Oh, Teresa, hi. How are you? It's hard to again with the lighting right here bouncing off me and it black and dark on the screen, so it's hard to see the screen. So Teresa, good dawning, beautiful soul. So yeah, so as you can see here, in order to not let you understand the planet that you're living on, they hope to create the foundational shift. But this was already written, right? Has anybody ever seen like The Man Who Knew Tomorrow? That's like the Nostradamus movie, or this is where all this kind of came on my end. With Orson Welles, right at in the '80s. Well, this is exactly the timeline's completely off according to the movie, but they're still correct. Yeah, the super regional world war and that starts in the Middle East. This, but it's crazy because it started really just to cover up the fact that we live on a planet that where they exactly. So yeah, so welcome to your welcome to the dawning of the new dawning of the Enlightenment, right? Welcome to the shift. This is literally the past 3 weeks. It's the shift, right? There's nothing. I mean, we found out that Kodachrome is real, and anybody who had that inkling and was running around because it's like the vibration was there. Nobody ever printed it, right? Kodachrome, right? We know what that is. Nobody had ever printed that, but a lot of us knew it. And so now the subterfuge, the reason, the hiding of it all has begun, and so that's partly why. Yes, and of course with was this Mog and Magog too? It could be because you got Israel and the United States together in a joint. Yeah, right. So this is a favorite, guys. So let's take a deep breath for a moment, and we're just gonna send love. We're sending love to the greater Middle East, and we see just favor, big favor. It's not much. I mean, just yeah, exactly. So how are you guys doing? How's your weekend? Favor there. And you know what's crazy is so far so good, but not. I mean, that's no good when anybody dies on this planet. It's not good, right? I mean, other than like natural causes and stuff. But yeah, exactly. When anybody dies, the hands of the country that I'm living in. Yeah, exactly. But favor. What do you guys think in the chat there? Crazy, ain't it? But yeah, we all kind of predicted this. At least this channel did. That this was going to happen. They had to. There's no other way. This is so big that by the time we ain't going. Either we're going to be in a Stone Age. We're not going to, or we'll never remember it again. Gone. It is long. 43 years from now, 4 years, 5 years, however long this takes. It's like predicted to be like till 2030. But however long this takes, right? By the time it's over, we won't be chasing down the Epstein. I'm sure we won't be looking just for the Epstein files anymore. And maybe more like we're looking for food and water, but not the Epstein. But that's okay. They'd rather put us in the Stone Age than get busted themselves. They'd break the planet if they had to. To what? Not get in trouble. Of course, they turn us into Maldek, right? Boom, the asteroid belt. But still. But yeah. All right. So what are we saying in the chat here, guys? This world is crazy. Just look at the pretty shapes and T-shirts. There you go. That's I like that. We write it out. That no, of course we're here for the big show. We knew this was going to happen. I knew when I was a kid. That's why I go back to the Man Who Saw Tomorrow when I was like 10, 9. It was on HBO or something. And so I'm watching Orson Welles and I'm like, wait a minute. It just felt like yeah, this is like I knew it. Hello, Anna. Good dawning. Angie. Good dawning. We will not forget. Well, no, we will. Of course, we will never forget. But there's going to be a couple layers of other crap in front of us. We'd have to peel through first just to get back to that stage. Generally speaking, if we're having a bang bang, then it usually comes in tandem, right? Pestilence. We're not there yet, but that's been right. Dry runs, right? We've had a lot of dry runs. Let's see what their reactions would be. So yeah, and it's weird because now that we're in this new shift, it's like even my YouTube feed has shifted to like seeing different things. It's like, wait a minute, what am I seeing here? Wait a minute. The man who sold the world. There you go, man. They're selling the world right now. This is wow. Have fun, guys. Hey. Who hasn't heard I love you? Scotty boy, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Scotty boy. You know what? There is something different there, and I sent you a message, Scotty Boy, and you're gonna like this. If you guys go back to my last live, right? YouTube has an update here. I tried to make it short on it, but it didn't come out right. And I may try again. But YouTube, I've actually got now in my chats voice response. Holy cow! So like you can leave a on YouTube, right? Instead of just leaving a message like "Hi, thank you, good live," you can go, "That was a great live. I really appreciate watching your live. Thank you. That was fun." And then audio, right? And so yeah, so crazy. When the cats got down here, so crazy. You can do. I don't know if it's available on your end, but if you look for the box to text just to the left of the box, the 1, 2, and 3 line, it's like a speaker or a microphone. You can punch on it and then leave a voice for the video. So I don't know. And I'm a beta tester for YouTube, so I don't know if the beta feature or not, but yeah, so I don't know if it's like I'm part of that beta team that you can do for if you have an Android phone and been around for a minute on Android. Like I beta tested Google Maps too. So I had the first version of Google Maps that outside of the one that I put on my G1, the original Android phone, the first version of Google Maps on a first version of Android phone, which it actually works, but yeah, good luck getting it to be timely or anything. It won't work now because it's only 3G, right? There is no 3G anymore, so I can't even get it online. Well, I could do, I guess I could use Wi-Fi. But yeah, crazy. Um, s- Breakfast burrito, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy for my tummy, yummy, yummy. You got the message. Yeah, isn't that cool? So yeah, I don't know if that's legit on everybody, but yeah, when you go to YouTube and like if you want to leave a comment, check to the left or to the right, I should say, of the comment box, and you'll see if there's 3 lines are there. Then you can leave an audio an audio comment. I'm sure video comments may be coming, but I don't know how many of you guys would want to actually do that. But yeah, who knows? Good dawning, Hershey. Welcome. Cooking breakfast. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Can you cook up something? How's about cooking something up for me? Awesome, guys. Most know my most know my voice, but I'll leave one with my Brooklyn accent. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it, honey. Cops agent. Hi, welcome, cops. How are you? Nice to see you. Welcome to the really big shoe. All right, it's Isis, and we channel Isis, and we ask Isis with her. All right, she won't do it. I was going to ask her to drop a pyramid of protection over the Middle East, but she said they have to agree to the protection. It's not for me to do for them. So, unfortunately, we cannot drop a pyramid of light protection over the Middle East because ISIS says because they would have to want to self-determination, right? They have to do it themselves, right? They have to be the energy to push out the United States, not us. All right, let's see what ISIS has to share with the family. And today, thank you, initiation. There we go. Wow. All right, let's look it up and let's get the book and find the italics. Right, initiation. I just passed it. Voila. All right, initiation, and I will leave the card up for you. It's a spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. All right, initiation. When you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of the light, lower and light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the learning, growth, or wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into any opportunity for healing. Whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, the Lady Isis, with compassion and cleverness, will protect you from burning and instead enable you to be nourish and grow from the light of Ra. Let Isis help you pass the test of intense growth as you thrive with new life. There you go. So intense growth, right? So what's going on? Intense growth. What's going on in your universe? Tomorrow's the eclipse, a 3/3 eclipse. It's a worldwide lunar eclipse, and it's like starts at like the threes and like 3:30 something in the morning for most people, right, in these states. And so yeah, so there's going to be a full lunar eclipse in Virgo. Where's my moon? My moon's in Virgo. So it's getting interesting. The last one was the solar lunar eclipse in Virgo in the 29 degrees of Virgo. That's where my moon was. So the lunar eclipse was on top of my moon, literally the moon. So yeah, it's gonna get, and then of course we have Aries moving, Mars moving into Aries. Holy guacamole! And we're in Mercury retrograde, and Jupiter is still retrograded out of Cancer. So when Jupiter rolls back into Cancer on the 20th, which is also when we end retrograde, Cancers are finally supposed to get moving forward here. Not that I'm waiting for that, but when you have Jupiter dancing around and it pulls backwards, it takes the like out of your sign when it goes in retrograde. But when it reverses back, when it goes back direct, then it all comes right back. But we've barely had any direct Jupiter with Cancer. So with Mars moving into Aries, Mercury retrograde, and the worldwide lunar eclipse on the threes tomorrow on the 3-3 portal. It's time to get down to business on my end, especially with my moon being in Aries, or my moon being in Virgo. Sorry. So yeah, so it's my, anybody's got a Virgo moon, welcome to your eclipse tomorrow, and yeah. And so the astrology is matching what the universe is, what you're seeing here. And as literally over the weekend, Mars moved into Aries. Like within minutes of Mars moving into Aries, actually it was almost coordinated to the exact minute that the whee started. That yeah, and you're gonna see me do that again. But the whoo started again was when Mars moved into Aries. So they're using the astrology. It's absolutely insane. But it's not. Blood red moon, yes, that too. So what's that mean? For myself, if you're a Virgo moon and you're seeing this tomorrow, we've got the eclipse tomorrow. Favored to you, there's going to be humongous shifts for anybody who's got a Virgo moon, especially if it's 12 degrees, right? If your moon is anywhere like 10, 11, 12, 13 degrees, 14 degrees, woo. And it's 29, but I'm a fabulous Gemini. Look out. You never know what you're going to get. This is true. Life is like a box of chocolates, right? You never know what you're going to get. Well, that's not exactly what they say. That's the Mandela effect. That's the old version. The new one is shifted on I don't know what the Mandela affected version is, but that's not what they say in the movie anymore. All right. Sandra, good dawning. All right, let's get some cards here. Let's see what we got. And we're going to use the cards in a little bit of it. We're going to see what we get. All right. All right, the hero's journey. That's what we're all on, right? We're all on the hero's journey. Yesterday, I saw the musical, The Music Man. Since my current roommate, is a employee of the facility where it was playing, I was able to get in and see the new version of the old version, the new version of the old musical, 57, 59, The Music Man. It was good. Yeah, you can, if you watch like The Music Man, and then if you've ever seen like Cats or Hades Town or anything, it's like, whoa, musicals have completely changed. 100%. They're not the same, right? But yeah, the old school ones are campy and more fun, and all the new ones are like just literally, if you watch any new musical, it's like find your power, right? They're all about finding your hero's journey. And I usually get Josh's notification as he comes in on or after. Yeah, the notification system on YouTube is not working properly. And do keep in mind, we get some brass tacks to talk about too. Because of let's get real, guys. Things are going to change, not for me, but this platform is probably going to get different, right? We're at that point. We're at the inflection point, right? This is the This is the shift. We wanted a shift. Well, we got punched with, which may not even be all real, which we're learning, right? But either way, they gave us something. They dangled a participle in front of us, right? And so now we got something, and now they're and so as they cover up everything, you may see changes on YouTube for sure. It's already been noticed. Yeah, like notifications aren't going up. Things are slowly starting to rewind in that aspect. So yeah, our freedoms, right? So just be prepared, guys, because things are going to get interesting. Not in my universe, and we can say that all we want, and that's the case. We're going to do a visualization here in a little bit here of a new universe, right? But yeah, just be ready, because the rapid changes. We all come on, guys. We've all known that 2026, 2025 was the year of the snake, right? So we had this shed, and now we're moving fire horse. Now everything just as fast as possible is moving forward, and make favor to each and every one of you that your universe moves forward fast as possible too, right? Just because the universe itself, the greater source field, is finally shaking off some of its crap, which is really all it's doing, right? Although the dish is trying to run really far away with the spoon on this one, but if you guys notice, that's all this is. Everything is just dish running away with the spoon and wagging the dog. And if you can start to see that where they're wagging the dog, so the dish can run away with the spoon, so that we don't want to, we look over here. We're not. You can't. Don't look all over here. We're gonna switch you over here. You know, when you see that they're doing that now and swinging the right. Next thing is if the drop la bomba doesn't keeps if that keeps getting out of hand, then the next thing you'll see if it gets out of hand, right? Because they don't want you watching that, of course. You will see UFOs coming out, right? So it's or something else. What's the next big scandal, right? I mean, there's lots of it, right? It's that's where we're at. And so if you can ride that and understand where you're at, it's watch the show. This is we came for the unraveling, right? We're the ones who are awake to see the unraveling. We're not part of what's going on. We already knew this was going to happen. The only thing you could do, there's nothing else they could do unless, well, there's no way. There's nothing else they could do to hide the EpiPen files except start a massive war. Nothing. So yeah, if you guys, get out of hand. All right, let's see what we got from the cards. 1, 2, and 3. We'll cut the cards. Let's see what we got here. Fire horse, like yeah. So yeah, we were like laying on the ground like all late. And that matches my, right? I mean, shysta. What kind of winter have I? And I think I'd never be in New Orleans in the middle of in Florida. Grateful, but Mo and Hershey. But geez Louise, not in a million years. I think I'd end up in Florida in December, January. What the hell? So yeah. So don't ever. At this point, I could get a call out of the blue. And, hey, you want a job where? Hawaii. Okay, sure. So, yeah, if you want to call me or email me, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com, you got a job. I'm not saying that I have to. Exactly. Let's see how crazy we can get, right? Deb knows. Deb knows. You all know. That's the point. We all knew this was. We were all just like, kind of literally just like, all right, when's this going to happen? To an extent. But, not watching his distraction. No, you want to build your universe. That's the point. That's the way they take it. It's a Loesch farm. It's an apparent Loesch farm at this point. And no, and Loesch meaning energy. They suck up your reactions, right? It's not like somebody's like standing there with a vacuum, like going, your energy field. Let me suck it up. But it's feeding the greater source. And they're just sitting around laughing, smoking cigars, and sitting there like, we don't care. All right, let's see what we got here. Take top card. 1, 2, and 3. As 1, 2, and 3. There we go. That's better. All right. Exactly. Are you ready for the first card? It was exactly who said it in the chat. Divine discernment. Step back to find clarity. Right. So don't stand in all of this crap. Stand back and watch it like a movie, right? So divine discernment. Thank you. And it's like purple too. Thank you, Saint Germain. 13 or 4, right? But you don't really break. Well, you could break a 13, but 1 and 3, right? Ooh. Scotty boy. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You do realize how awesome all of you are, right? Because you signed up with knowledge, right? Most of us here, we're front runners, right? So we all signed up with at least an idea that something whack balls was going to happen when we landed on planet Earth, right? That we were going to see something tremendously spectacular and we were going to be part of some huge ass shift, right? And where are we now? So you intrinsically, you guys knew this would be at this moment in time, right? Yeah. All right, so the first card we have is number 4. You hold the key. These are fire. You hold the key to an awakened life. Set yourself free. So there you go. You hold the key. Nobody else does. If you're giving somebody else your key, Well, we've had enough of that on the planet already, right? Where people have been stealing your key, right? Not my key, but lots of people's keys. There's 700,000 keys that disappear every year. Um, so yeah, so you hold the power for an awakened life. So you're the one standing in there. You can choose to end up in the soup, or you can. And it's number 41, right? 4 and 1 is a 5 too. Change. 4 would be the universe has your back, right? The angels have your back. 4 is the angels. 1 is you. 49 afterglow. No, we're not talking about that kind of afterglow. That's you between you and her, or her and him, right? Or them. But not that afterglow. The afterglow, number 49. Afterglow, land gracefully. And so, yeah, landing gracefully. We'll put it all together here, but you hold the key to an awakened life. So if you know that, right, then you choose how you land, right? You're the one creating it. All right, number 51 is the final card. The Be the Bridge. Has anybody seen the bridge? Where's that confounded bridge? Led Zeppelin song with no bridge. Explain your consciousness to behold both worlds, right? Um, so expand your consciousness to be between both worlds. And that's exactly where we kind of want to be right now. In the world of creation, but knowing what's kind of grounded as well, because we got to. This is the point where you wouldn't want to know what's going on in the world, at least to an extent. We don't want to play in the soup, but at the same time, we need to know that the show, right? Where in the show are we, and what's exactly? And so, yeah, in this aspect, let's put this together here, and it should make more sense here. But yeah, this will be the actual first time I'll ever say, don't watch the news, but at the same time, find at least one YouTuber, one something that you trust, so that just because it could get quite interesting. And we haven't seen. Ron, my guy, just tell him. I keep hearing the song. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen, baby. Right. All right. So here we go. Number 13, divine discernment. So yeah, we're in the age of discernment now, right? That's exactly where we're at. We're in the age where we don't know. I mean, you can kind of tell, but at the same time, you can't, right? Did you see what happened with the not what happened, but what is happening with CapCut, right? And the AI system they've built for video that can make an 8K video with anybody from Hollywood look better than any Hollywood movie can do. You can put anything you want, and you can make the sets any way you want, right? So, yeah, so the age of divine discernment, just like what's going on now, we're honestly not going to get the real when things come through the news, right? Or the news. What's the news anymore, right? But when things come through, you have to discern now. This is where this is becoming you have to discern that, is this real or not? Are they telling you the truth? Most likely they're not. If you look at Chase Hughes, he'll tell you that they're never telling you the truth. Is an inkling of it's spun just right, so it's giving you a direction of that way, but what they're giving you is like what they want you to think it is. But yeah, so if you Chase Hughes, we all know who Chase is. So yeah, highly recommend watching. This time, with what's going on now, is going to help you find this divine discernment, right? So number 41, you hold the key. You're the key to an awakened life. There's no other way to put that. I mean, nobody can awaken you if you're woo. Especially with the way the field's going, you can see. It's really easy to see into the field and how broken it is, right? And how it's exactly. So you hold the key to all of it, right? So 41, let the angels support you, right? 4 and 1. All right, number 49. The angels are supporting, but change, right? Afterglow, endings, 9, right? Land gracefully. The 9 is the land gracefully, right? Gracefully would be the 4, and the land is the 9. So something's shifting, right? Something's going to shift in your universe. So land gracefully. This is the middle card in the 3, right? How'd you get there? And so that's right. But you hold the key. Don't let anybody guide you otherwise. Well, your guides, but you hold that key. 51, be the bridge. Expand your consciousness to behold both worlds. Both worlds. Define discernment. These are book endings. So it's your job to discern the truth, the lies, the what's being manufactured so that they can direct the losh, what's not, and your universe all at the same time. It's going to get busy, right? So Exactly. So you're that bridge, expanding your consciousness. You have to stand in both worlds. The world that's going on, right? That world, and you have to create your own world, right? So you have to stand inside yourself and outside yourself at the same time. And this is where normally you just stand inside yourself, but now with the way the world is, you can choose to ignore it all, and that's totally fine. But just stand on, just be ready. Anything at this point, we've kicked open the hornet's nest. Now my universe, and we're going to do a couple of exercises here. No, nothing's going, but at the same time. So just be ready is what we're doing. Right? All right, and last, well, not last, but almost last, but not least. Sandra, they so dumb they can't keep up with the lies. Once I know you're a liar, nope, I feel it. Okay, Sandra, thank goodness for my eyes opening. Grateful all of our eyes are open. If you're watching this channel, you're watching some crazy guy in a basement, right? Then and why? Why would you? Because we're on alignment. We see the same. We're in the same general. There's 8 billion vibrations on the planet, right? But your friends vibrate generally in a field that is enough to keep you guys bound together and not detract. The energy isn't so. It's conglomerate. It's matchy enough, right? That it binds together, and that's what our energy is doing. It's matchy enough. There's no other way to put it, but it's of the same ilk or vibration, right? All right, so let's see what the way it cracks me up. Let's see what number we get here, though. It's a living toroidal field. There's only a few ways they can speak to us, right? One of those is most definitely numbers here. All right, we're going to do it this way. It's the same card we keep pulling. You saw that, right? I fanned this out. Here we go. We're doing the 50,000 card pickup here, right? We pulled this card like 4 times in a row. Let's see that way. Bam! 1313. How many cards are here? I'm going to pull one more number. Watch this. See what we get. What, 3? 1, 3? Exactly. I'm not joking with you guys. Are you ready? If you're not seeing it, there's 13 people in the chat. There's 11 thumbs up. 1313, 1133. We still got the same numbers. And I just pulled a random card. So there's nothing random about any of it, is there? It's crazy. I love it. All right, 1313. Seek comfort. Ooh, okay. Comfort, protective assurance, support, safety, angels, reassurance. The number 333, or pardon me, 1313. Bring special protection from your angels. They want you to know that you can see comfort and safety under their watchful care as they work extra hard to shield you from any negativity. And 1133, since the 1s and 3s seem to be the number of the day. So today's broadcast is brought to you by number 13. Like Sesame Street. Crossroads. There we go. That's where I'm at. Decision, transition, intuition, guidance, choice, path, trust, discretion. There we go. If you are at a crossroads, there you go. Standing at the crossroads, unsure which way to go, this number is a reminder: trust your intuition, follow your feelings to guide you through your gut to guide you through. There you go. So, in order to do that, let's call on our guide. Speaking of which. All right, let's call on our guides, angels, and the like. So if you want to join me here, real simple. We do this on the daily. We're going to do a couple things here, get some energy moving here. All right, so we call in our guides. We call in our primary guides, the guide who has been with us, guides who have been with us through the eternal. We call in our angels, the angels who have worked with us through the eternal. We call in, and yours may vary, the archangels that we work with. We call in, for myself, the cryptids, Sasquatch, Yeti, dragons and like, that I work with. You call in yours. I call in all the other elementals and spirit animals that I work with. Horses, dogs, dolphins, dragons. I call in my ancestors as well. And we call in our ancestors that work with us. We call in all the loving spirits that work with us. And we ask Archangel, we ask Goddess Isis to drop a pyramid of light protection over all of us today as we go out, and keep those who shall not be part of our team. Those are energies are not for us, out of our universe, out of our frame, and out of our field. We say thank you to Isis, and we say thank you to all of our family that is working with us today that has been called in to keep us protected, help us help others, help us move forward for our highest joy. Cool. And there goes the cat. There's a cat over there knocking stuff over. When doesn't a cat knock stuff over, right? A cat would just step on the nuclear button or sit on it and not even notice. Right? Just like, and just sit down, and that would be it. They don't care. Your heavenly Father misses you. There you go. Favor. Welcome, Eduardo. Welcome. So we call on our guides and angels. We're going to do a couple of our breath work now as well. We do breath work every day, and what we're doing is releasing our nervous system from our sympathetic to our parasympathetic nervous system. So we're releasing it through breath. This is as per Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you do this 3 times a day, theoretically over a 30-day period, you will lower your cortisol, you will lower your blood pressure, you will de-stress your vagus nerve, and eventually you can release as you work through the trauma. Otherwise, this is the way to release it from the body itself, where it still stays tight and trapped at times, right? And so from your end and mine, the first breath, we're going to imagine we're taking out our trash, and the trash being, of course, our trauma. The second breath is where we see ourselves at our happy Gomer place, and the third breath is where we are telling ourselves we are safe and secure. A lot of the reasons why we don't feel safe and secure. All right, so from your end and mine, take a breath and breathe in. Hold your breath. As you breathe out, see yourself removing and releasing all your trauma. Breathe out 5 seconds. And for me, I'm just taking a trash bag out, right? So I imagine my trauma being in a trash bag, and then I throw the trash bag into the dumpster or a garbage bag. Second breath, happy Gomar place. Ready? 1, 2, and 3, your happy place. Maho Beach. And there comes the KLM right over Maho Beach. Whew, the 747. And then finally, the third is you are safe. Breathe in. Hold it. 5 seconds out. You are safe. And you are. And as you breathe out there, you should. Again, shoulds, everybody, your individual results may vary. But yeah, you hopefully are feeling more relaxed. Your body is like, it turns into like a puddle by the end. It's like like that. But that's out for me. We are always better off than someone. The pagan practice separates us from our heavenly Father. I don't label anything. So, the heavenly Father is everything. It's all the source of love, right? It's inside you, always. But yeah, cat's upstairs meowing, winning out. But we're gonna leave the cat for a minute. It got in here, but then somebody closed the door. So, but anyways, so favor, guys. So let's clear some energies from the weekend. We're going to do some energy work. We'll clear the energies, and then we are going to ground. We're going to do like a guided visualization. All right, I got something. There we go. You have to realize there is prep for this show, but yet at the same time, it's energetics, right? So it's off the cuff. I'm connecting with my highest self, right? And so there's no scripting or anything. So when I have ideas of what I want to do, and then it kind of morphs, and then like Kuan Yin and White Buffalo Calf Woman again comes through, and she's gonna do something. So we're gonna do a channeling for peace through with White Buffalo Calf Woman. Go with Josh. Yeah, it is go with the flow. I'll let you out in a minute, Kat. Hey, you're the one who got down here. There's a door. Kat. I'm not gonna go running up there right now. All right, so let's take a moment. Since today is Monday, right? What did you do over the weekend? Did you have any energy stuck in your craw? There was a few things I'd like to release, just the things I unfortunately had to see. So we're going to release those energies for sure. And anything else that did Bob yell at you Friday when you left work? Did you leave your TPS reports? Did you leave the cover sheet off? Whatever it is from your end, go ahead and clear the energy, break the energy, tear the energy. If you're on the beach there in Florida, you can write it on the sand and watch it disappear, or in California. But either way, join me. It's just going to be a minute. So if you see me doing this is the chalkboard method. I just write down what I'm wanting to remove, not people, just energetics from my field, and then I erase it. So here we go from your end and mine. Stick it to the field, stick it on the board, and let's erase it. Clear some energy. All right, so you can continue clearing if you'd like. That is, if there's more to clear. And of course, do never hesitate to do this on the fly, right? You get cut off in the car, instead of flicking somebody off, just clear the energy. It works a lot easier. And then say, I love you. And it works a lot easier. You don't gin up into the loach all this anger and frustration, right? I actually got a lot of needed cleaning done yesterday. That's awesome. Um, that's cleaning is you're not just cleaning. Yeah, you're cleaning yourself. When you're cleaning your house, right? You're also cleaning your energy field and all kinds of things. So it's amazing. Kitty likes the energy. Cleanliness, it's next to godliness. This is true. Um, it's not a smart air fryer. It's not a smart air fryer to my knowledge. Magnetic field kind of weak today, though. I've been wearing Loretta. Excellent. My turn today. Moon is in Virgo. Yeah. So with the moon in Virgo and my moon being. So does anybody have a Virgo moon? Anybody here? Outside of myself, does anybody have a Virgo moon? Because yeah, tomorrow's going to be real fun if you have a Virgo moon. It's a shift, right? 6 months. Where were you on the Virgo eclipse? Now you had the lunar. Now you have the 6 months later, right? Not exactly 6 months. You had the solar eclipse 6 months ago, and now you have the lunar eclipse. So yeah, crazy, right? Where were you 6 months ago? Obviously you know where I was. At least I wasn't in this basement, but favor. So where are you? Let's do a couple of things though. Get rid of Ed and Kitty got quiet. Aw. Cancer sun. You're oh hey Cancer sun. Yeah, you're the third. I'm the fifth. Scorpio Scorpion. Oh, a Scorpio. Okay, there you go. Scorpio moon. Oh, that's interesting as a Cancer. Cause that's interesting. So people see you kind of that Scorpio at the same time. That's an interesting deal. Scorpio and Cancer would be an interesting combo. The Virgo and Cancer is that's a heavy combo to deal with. Because Virgo's already kind of like this, and Cancer is already so emotional. Um, Josh, hey, I love basements too. Especially ones in Florida, right? I mean, do you ever go to a basement in Florida? They're the best. No, there's no basements in Florida. Um, Lots. All right, so let's take a moment here because today's we're gonna ground some intentions. First off, we've got an eclipse tomorrow. So what are you wanting to eclipse in your universe? What are you wanting to change, to release? We're going to make a couple of statements to our universe. One is hey, another 13. What do you know? There's been this metal bar on this table here for a minute, but there's a 13 on it. So today's number is definitely 13. Holy cow. But yeah, so from your end, let's make some statements here. Let's clear some energies from the greater source field, and we're going to hold visions here. So if you want to join me, take a breath in. Close your eyes. I'm actually going to pull into channel here. White buffalo calf woman, and why are you trampling all over my earth? My earth does not want to be scorched. We are going to hold a vision where this silliness on your planet finally ends. You are one. One with Mother Nature, one with yourselves, one with everything you see. Yet you are living so divided. White buffalo calf woman is not happy with what you are doing on your planet. It's my planet too. I walk the same lands you are walking. But you are destroying the lands. You are destroying yourselves in the guise of peace. And you are not creating a safer planet by blowing things up. You are creating anger, resentment, fear, poverty, death. Is that better than negotiations and discussions and peace? Close your eyes. See your universe in peace. We are going to hold a vision. See the vision. We see the Middle East in peace. We see the aggressor and the aggressives stopping, the aggressions stopping. We see the boats turning around. And we see humanity coming to its senses and saying no more. You are all creating this hell on earth for yourselves. You are choosing to be part of it by not standing up against it, so to speak. We're not asking you to go into the streets, but we are asking humanity to unite for its own safety, for its own love, for its own peace. We were never solitary in the tribe. As we stated before in our last meeting, we had somebody we needed to deal with. We put them in the center of the circle with everybody, children and all, to look at them, to shame them, so to speak, so they could see that they harmed everybody, that your one action has lots of consequences, right? Now we put your governments in the circle of shame, right? And you stand there and you tell them what they've done and what they are doing and how it's not working well for you, right? That's your job as a humanity, as a species of one energy, to stand strong together. But you are not doing so. You are allowing those who have already shown their lack of worth. They end up shown their worth. And in order to hide what they have shown you, they are running away even further with even more criminal activities. And you are allowing it to happen on your planet. Stand strong. Stand in yourself. We send love. We send peace. We see the dove flying overhead. We see the eagles soaring. And we see the ground relaxing. That is not what is happening right now. You are preparing for even more. When are you going to learn? Do we need another turning, so to speak, on your planet? Do you all want to start from where we were? We were well prepared for living on a planet that had no power. We were well prepared for living on a planet that had no grocery stores. Are you? Are you prepared for what you are creating? If you are not, then send it love. Be not part of it. You are the grand creating energy of your universe, but you are allowing the others to gin up a universe for the greater source field that is not going to help anybody but those who are ginning it up in the first place. Until you understand that, we love you. We love this planet. White Buffalo Calf Woman loves Mother Gaia more than you would understand. You are the energies that are Mother Gaia just as well, right? It is all one big conglomeratory energy. But you are not seeing that. And as you are blowing things up on planet Earth, right? And blowing up Mother Nature as well, whether you are realizing it or not, you are also taking out the animals that have no fight in this, no dog in this fight. It is all ego anyways. Fighting is only in our heads. We are only fighting against our own traumas. And your planet is only fighting against your own patterns. Do you think, let's be honest for a moment, that if your American president didn't have dysregulated energies, right? That this might be going on? No, of course not. That's the point. It's time to learn. You are all dysregulated and coming from trauma, and you are acting out on each other that way. So if your mother didn't, or your father didn't, or your grandparents didn't, and it all affected you, however, and now you are taking it out as running the world, right? So the leaders are definitely showing us their traumatic activities, right? To say the least. And so now they are covering it up with even more traumatic activities. While we are living in the field having to deal with all of that energy, even if you are not paying attention to the news. You are still having to deal with the reverberation of the energies within the field, right? We love you. Are you in understanding? When you go out today, hug a tree. That's real. When you go out today, Stand on the grass with your feet if you can. When you go out today, say love to Mother Gaia. When you go out today, send love to each and every individual that you see, and you will create a different world. If we all can find more love, ground together as one, that is your problem, as you see it, right? You have no control. They are doing for you. You have given them your losh. You have given them your energies. You've not created a universe that works for everybody, and you have allowed it to occur. Find your responsibility within it. It's now time for humanity to find its responsibility as one. You are going to die within your separation. White Buffalo Calf Woman wants you to understand, in our tribe, we were never separated. What happened to one happened to all. If one of the tribe was sick, all of us felt that. If one of the tribe caused a ruckus, we all feel it and discuss it. You do not do that. You allow those who have the monies, right? The systems that they created, and they have the monies to run your universe. You do realize you're letting the dish who is making the spoon create your universe, right? Those who are creating your money are the ones who are allowing to create your universe on top of everything else. You have given them ultimate power in many different ways. And if we are not seeing how they have run away they pulled the wool over our eyes, right? And you are living with the consequences of all of this. That is your great awakening to an extent on your planet right now, right? You are standing in the consequences of your undoings, right? Your separation. Your giving away of your powers. Your losh. You created this situation, each and every one of you, by not bonding together as human, right? As understanding, like our tribe. We did not have factions in our tribe. We did not fight for power. We understood that we were a human family, that we had to be in connection with the earth. We had to be in connection with each and everybody in the tribe. Nobody, not even the worst of the tribe, the meanest, the most angry, the most foolish, were left out. They were all given equal access. Why? Because you are all one. We did not see ourselves as better than. That is ego, right? If you are seeing the level playing field, then you are not in ego. If you are seeing you are better, or anybody is better in the playing field, then you are in ego, right? And we did not play that game. There is no ego on Mother Gaia, right? Mother Gaia does not play that game either. White Buffalo Calf Woman loves each and every one of you and is grateful. Whoever is hearing this transmission. When you get out today, be grateful because you are not standing where the ground is shaky. You are not standing where the missiles are falling, and you are not standing in the fire. The only fire is within your own universe, right? Which you are hopefully creating. So as you go out today, feel the gratitude that you can go touch Mother Gaia, that you can do what you choose, and that you are not in fear, right? Y'all did an exercise earlier, right? Breathing, and you are safe. You all watching this are safe. Let your safety, you are not standing there, right? Bring you all together to bring safety to this planet. Your days of separation have to be over. Releasing transmission with love. All right, White Buffalo Calf Woman, thank you. Grateful. Our days of separation have to be over. They just have to. We have to realize that in order for us, we stop giving them our losh works. White Buffalo Calf Woman, our losh works better when we're in one moving forward common energy. That's how we work. Otherwise, we're just taking our fractionalized energy and enjoying it, right? Eating it. Tribe family. Yes, we are one. I love it. Dang, Debs, that's... Cat, I'll let you out in a minute. All right, we just got a couple more minutes here, and then I'll let the cat out. But all right, so Hershey will be live with meta messages at the top of the hour, so we're going to kind of move things forward here. So from your end and mine, we're going to do two things. We're gonna work with the clear quartz as we do every Friday and Monday. Do clear. We're gonna ground intentions, right, for the week. We did the weekend, then we ground intentions for the week, although we weren't here on Friday. But that's okay. All right. So from your end, with permission, energetics only works with your permission. We will clear some energies. We're also going to, like I said, ground into what we want from the field, and also we are going to see. Part of what we're grounding into, of course, is seeing everything stop. All of it. It's over. That mess, right? I mean, what we just spent over the weekend could have ended homelessness in the country, right? You do realize that. So we leave it all alone, but so you go. To cause unhomelessness for some, we could have cured homelessness for all, in one fell swoop. But we choose where our priorities are and our money, right? Love this planet. Witchy, no more stolen children. 700,000. But yeah, from North America. All right, with your permission, here we go, guys. All right, so we're clearing energies. We're setting intentions for this week, and of course, at the end, we will hold space to. We'll do it in the. We'll do it in the hug. We'll hold space for. There we go. Awesome, Sandra. All right. So, what are you wanting to create this week? Me. I am creating, and it's not for me to know how. It's not for me to stand in it. It's for me to just give it to my universe, right? And trust. But I got to put my feet forward and do things. But a way to bring in income, whatever that is. And money doesn't have to come from work, right? However it comes in any form or fashion. You can download me a book, whatever it is. God bless. Good dawning. Welcome. Nice to see you. All right. So, what are you wanting to create this week? What are you looking to bring into your universe? What are you looking to remove as well? Tomorrow we have the eclipse. And so, if you have a Virgo moon, whew, yeah, so it's. We will go over the eclipse tomorrow. And 3-3 portal will be tomorrow's show. And of course, all the planets have been aligned. We've got a planetary. The planets are aligned within the line of the eclipse. It's going to be crazy. And then cancel. It's going to be crazy. It's just really interesting energies. I'm just grateful that Jupiter is going to get out of retrograde and go back into Cancer. All right. On this next pass, we are going to swipe out all the negative energies from the Middle East. We're going to, as we pull down, we're going to be clearing the militaries from the Middle East energetically, right? And we are going to see the Middle East, right, as peaceful as Costa Rica is, right? They don't even have a military there. So I think they have a couple Navy ships, but that's it. All right, here we go. So we're as we're pulling down, we're clearing everything out of all the militaries leaving. We're clearing all. You see it. Get everything out of the Middle East. That's heavy. Because it's when we're done with that energy. Here we go. All right, guys. We're going to seal this off here. And do our group hug. We should time out just right to get over where? To Hershey with meta messages. There we go. All right. Sealed with love. 2 minutes, cat. You can hear this cat up there. It's meowing like crazy. But we'll let her out in a minute. Let him out, I should say, in a minute. All right, guys. So let's close out with a group hug here. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. We'll be live tomorrow in the 3-3 portal. And I'm going to force myself to do good dunning all week. So I'm just going to create thumbnails and do the whole week. So you'll see it posted up sometime today. Any of you out in YouTube land want to hire somebody? Did customer service for Humana and Fidelity. And some big stuff, right? Like, yeah, really on the top end customer service. So yeah, send me an email, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. If you want a one-on-one session, send me an email as well. I'm Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S, and we can set that up. I did not do cards and Oracle last week. Last week was weird energy as we crossed the eclipse. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw it out there, and I will let you know tomorrow when it's posted. It'll be posted when we're doing cards and Oracle this week and channeling, and but we will keep moving forward here. And I did download, or I'm about to download, a new camera app so I can flip from the Google phone doesn't allow you to flip the camera from the front to back while you're recording. So if I do a ramblings, you'll only get outside the car. I can't like flip it around. I have to take the phone off and turn it around. So I got to get a new camera app, right? One that'll allow it to flip back and forth. And so hopefully Google fixes that. But nonetheless, so we should be able to do some ramblings as well now. But all right, guys, thank you all for being here. Let's close out. Left arm up to the person to your left, right arm up to the person to your right. Take our heart chakra out of our left hand. We take our heart energy, right? We send it around through and to each other. And as we send it around, it spins up faster and faster. And we're each sending our heart chakra around. So we're feeling each and everybody's hearts come right through ours. And as we do so, they spin up faster and faster and merge into one heart. And that one heart is now each and every one of us as one heart going through each and every one of us, right? So we feel our love as one, and we take that one love and connect it like a reverse tornado into the greater source field, clink, and we see everybody in the greater source field in love and peace, and we see everybody here in love and peace, and we see humanity realizing its follies. We see humanity realizing its separation, and we see humanity wagging the dog so the dish can further run away with the spoon. We see humanity not allowing for the dish to run away with the spoon this time, to cover up other things and create new things and spin us even further into Loesch and energetics that they want that we are not creating. We see humanity deciding finally that we've had enough. We're not going to take it anymore, and we're going to stand as one. And that the energies of 7,999,000,000 versus them, exactly. And we see, and we pray, and we stand in centered love that we are bringing and giving to the Middle East. We see everybody over there in peace. We see everybody in any country over there in love, in unity, realizing that harming one is harming themselves. Harming Mother Gaia is harming themselves. Harming a bird is harming themselves. And we realize, when we stop looking through the universe through our traumatized eyes, that we are one. And that loving each and every one of us is loving ourselves just as well. And we see that taking care of the human family is the only thing that we can do on this planet. And the only thing we should be doing on this planet. One hug at a time. We hope humanity, and we see humanity waking up to its own stupidity and follies. And we say, we've had enough. With love and peace. Hallelujah. So it is. So it shall be. We see Mother Gaia, of course, with no X's or O's in the sky and no forever chemicals or plastic or depleted uranium or casings, shell casings, and all the rest of the crap that's going to be on Mother Gaia. With that, we say hallelujah, so it is, and so it shall be. All right, guys. Thank you. Love you. All right, thank you for timing out. God bless. All right, guys, we are made of stardust. Our chest expanding with love. We are the love of the... Yes, we are all the same. I just look different. Talk different because I was raised differently. That's it. Wow, we all wouldn't want to look the same. So grateful. All right, guys, I'm going to head over to Hershey and Shadow Reader there. I love you all. I will see you over at the Shadow Readers channel. And I am grateful for each and every one of you. I will be live again tomorrow. Same time, same channel. And, of course, today, who's live outside of Hershey? Other than Victor. I don't know anymore. Working on my 3D. So, but I love you guys. Thank you. I will see you all in the next. Stay peaceful.